live option trade alerts and live option trade signals for November 2024. You can visit beststockstrategy.com/memberships. If you want to take the 7-day trial, it's only $19. So November 1st, we made a trade in TQQ. It was a call debit spread financed by some naked put options. Then we made a similar trade for Amazon, where we bought a call debit spread and we financed it by selling 2 of the 145 put options. Then I provide a breakdown of the trade. S&P up 23, VIX down 5.5%. November 4th, new opening trade, B+ grade on BRKB. Here we bought a $40 wide call debit spread, and we financed it by selling 2 of the 360 put options. Then we did a 1 DTE trade, S&P down 16. November 5th, we closed out one of the call side trades, S&P up 45, volatility down significantly, S&P up 70, volatility down over 6%. November 6th, new opening trade in Meta. It's a $20 wide call debit spread financed by 2 of the 370 put options. We picked up $115 worth of credit. Did another 1 DTE trade, picked up $50. S&P up 146, VIX down 20%, and VVIX down around 15%. We also opened a new SPX trade. Palantir, we closed out this trade for $920. So you can see for the original, we bought the $13 wide call debit spread, and we paid around $310. And then we financed it by picking up $270 on the Palantir puts, plus $40 by selling some additional put options on Palantir. November 7th, we're trading at a new year-to-date high. LMT and TLTF lagged. Our meta trade from yesterday is already showing a $250 profit. Picked up $154 on the SPY trade. UNH, we closed it out for a $700 profit. New opening 1 DTE trade, picked up $40, S&P up 44. Volatility was down significantly. November 8th, the market is up around $11. Large increase in LMT, we're trading at another year-to-date high. Microsoft, new opening trade, B+ grade. We bought the 440 by 460, and then we financed it by selling 2 of the 360 put options. I don't want to get too aggressive. All our positions are doing well, and the market seems a bit overbought. S&P up 22, VIX down 1.7%, and VVIX down 1%. November 11th, closed out 1 of the GLD positions. From October 22nd, when we closed it out for a $2,500 profit, but now I'm closing out 1 of the 205s. Solid opening. S&P up slightly, VIX up 3.5%, S&P up 6, VIX up slightly, and VVIX up 3.4%. November 12th, new opening trade in SPY. Also new opening trades in SMH. For SMH, for the top one to turn it into a spread, I'd sell the 225 and buy the 190. For the bottom one to finance the call spread, if I didn't want to sell the 215s as naked, then I'd sell the 230 and buy the 200. Here's a hedge trade on SPY. Picked up $193 of credit. I wouldn't sell it as a spread because I love to own SPY below $500, but if I had to, then I'd sell the 520 and buy the 480. S&P down 17, volatility down around 1.5%. S&P down slightly. S&P up slightly. no trades that day. November 14th, new opening trade on TQQQ. Also, new opening trade on SMH. These are a bit higher risk because the market is trading close to its all-time high, and also because TQQ is a leveraged ETF. Then we opened up a new 1 DTE trade on SPX. S&P down 36, volatility mixed. November 15th, new opening trade on Tesla, B+ grade. As a spread for the 230 puts, I'd sell the 250 puts and buy the 210 puts. The market is showing weakness, although volatility is acting normal. S&P down 79, VIX up over 10%. November 18th, solid opening. S&P up 23, no trades that day. November 19th, we opened up a new 112 trade, picked up $167 of credit. New opening trade in NVIDIA, an earnings trade, B+ grade, buying puts and calls, so we'll profit from a move in either direction, then financing it by selling puts that are so far outside the expected move that we'd love to take ownership at that strike price. Then I provide the spread leg for the naked 118 put options, S&P up 23, VIX up around 5%. November 20th, the S&P is down around 28. I only sold one SPX call option, picked up $60. S&P around even, volatility up around 5%. November 21st, the market is about even. This is showing a $600 profit. You can close it out if you'd like, but I wouldn't. Banks have performed very well recently. S&P up 32, volatility down slightly. November 22nd, here's a suggested trade for BLK. Purchasing a call debit spread and financing it by selling a put. Then I provide some additional details. S&P up 20. November 25th, S&P up around 35, volatility down 3%. Picked up $330 by selling call options on MSTR. Then I provide the spread leg for TLT, new opening trade. As a spread for the 75, I'd sell the 80 and buy the 65. New opening trade for NVIDIA, S&P up 18, VIX down 4.2%. November 26th, the MSTR trade is showing a nice gain. You can close it out for $100 plus profit. S&P up 34, VIX down over 3%. Then the last week of November, last Wednesday, new opening trade in NVIDIA, B+ grade. As a spread replacement for the 122 naked put, I sell the 125 and buy the 110. Our BRKB trades are showing large gains. It's a judgment call on your end. If you want to increase buying power and take the gain, then you're welcome to close out the positions for a large profit. S&P down 23, volatility flat. Then last Friday, we opened up a new trade in Meta, B+ grade as a spread for the 480. I sell the 500 puts and buy the 450. And we bought a call debit spread that is $40 wide, and we financed it by selling two of the naked 480 put options. S&P up 34, volatility down over 2%. And that wraps up November 2024. This was a great month for us. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you haven't already taken the trial, then what are you waiting for? It's only $19 for 7 days.